Hey YouTube! What's up? Blue Witch here. Let this coat off. Ooh. Well, at least somebody's on here to talk to me. Hi, darling. How are you? Hi. Hi, everyone. You've been waiting for me. That could take a while, I know. I had to get on and print up all my stuff. I did. I printed it up. Oh my gosh, these are really dirty. Hi. My dogs are barking. You probably hear me going, hi. I'm very well. Thinking about you tonight. That's what I'm doing. What's that noise? It's probably my fan. I'll have to go turn it off. Yes. Evil. Are you calling me evil again? They're always calling me evil. Even though it says Sunday Fun Day. Hi, Tallulah. I already said what's up, Blue Witch here. They really think I'm evil. It's that crazy. I'm going to turn off that fan, you guys. Hang on. Give me a second here. There we go. Uh-oh. Well then. Employee. Thank you. It's 2. I put this one on the top of this one because I just had this one on, and then my boyfriend said, but it's Sunday Fun Day. So you have to put that one on. And I was like, but I want to wear this one. And so I created my own beanie. I know. I love it too. Do you love it? Bubble. Yes, I've been in a bubble. A cranky bubble today. Oh, that noise. Oh, this. It's a ghost radio. I thought you were talking about the fan. Oh, it's a ghost. He left, though. But someone else will come back. He was telling me things like that I'm evil and things like that, whoever he is. Yeah, I turned it on to keep. They're kind of like my co-stars. Hey, Jeff. I have a question about love spells. Are there any I can do without tools? Yeah, you could do all of them without tools. You mean like candles and things like that? Yeah, you can totally, well, it's easier to have a focus point, but if you're really good at meditating and just, if you have like you got to have some kind of an energy connection to the person will help you. And then when you meditate and then you connect to that energy connection and then you can do whatever you want with them. Hello. What time is it? It's Blue Witch time. It's 1:13 a.m. But it's better to have someone to cast for you, isn't it? Like a practitioner. Well, if you're not a witch, then yes, have someone cast for you. That way things don't go crazy wrong. If you are a witch, but you're out of stuff, I don't know, we could always find things, but like, you know, use your cinnamon in your cupboard or get a picture and, I don't know, put a rose on it. You know, there's lots of different things you could do. Hi, Tammy. Nope, we have a new friend. Hello. To talk to us. Or not. So, one of my sons came over today. What? One of my sons came over today with his son, with my grandson. And it was kind of fun because they told me that, I asked them, what do you want for Christmas? And they told me that just to give them money because every time I don't know what to buy that's cool, that I don't buy cool stuff. So just to give them cash because I'm old, you know. Hi, Grey Witch. And so I was like, well, that's not very nice. Forgiveness. They're telling me to forgive them. So I stumbled on your channel. I appreciate your personality. Is everything. I love you already. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Yay, I'm so glad you caught me live finally. But anyway, so I went to the bank and I got like $100 in singles. And then I bought him a really cool like blue skeleton penny bank thing. And then I folded up each $1 bill and stuffed them in there until I got bored. And then the rest I just threw a bunch of cash in the box. And then, so they were like trying to pull every dollar out of there. And it was so fun. I had the greatest time watching them do that. And my son's like, okay, so there's a lesson. What's the lesson I'm supposed to be learning right now? Well, I was laughing. I said, well, next time I want to buy presents, fucking let me buy presents instead of just asking for money. Because now look. It was good stuff. I liked it. It's all cosmic connection. In the years, bring people together for a reason. Absolutely. Did I miss something? I don't think so. I probably missed a bunch of stuff. If I missed you in what you said, please repost it. No notification popped up. You guys, YouTube is really slacking on that lately. So I was talking to a few other pagans today online, and one said he wanted to curse every Christian priest. Well, alrighty then. I think time being spent on someone trying to buy them a present is more valuable than the gift itself. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of messed up. So I don't buy bad gifts. I buy really damn good gifts. And I love to give presents. But it's not the same anymore as it used to be. I don't really give a shit about it anymore and the holidays anymore. My kids kind of ruined it. And And now it's like a dreaded thing for me. The ghost box you have is going off. Are you scared when the ghost comes through to speak to you? Absolutely not. No, most of the ghosts that come and talk to me are like spirit guides and ancestors. But sometimes I do get, hang on, I apologize, the fogginess. Sometimes I do get a little intimidated, like if Belial comes or Lucifer, when they come, or Hecate, and the energy like, and then it's like, oh my gosh. But they don't usually they'll turn it off, but sometimes they'll talk to me on it. But Belial will only do it like when I'm not on camera, but I have this on. He'll talk to me and he'll tell me things like, he'll tell me I'm his daughter, or he'll say that I made mistakes, but he'll overlook them. And then I'll be like, what did I do? You practice craft to help others. It's more than work for you. The way you communicate and spread awareness about this is exceptional. Do you ever get aggravated by silly questions people ask? Sometimes, not really though. No. I don't know. Sometimes I do, I guess, but you know, that's kind of hard not to. Some people, no, only if they're dicks about it. Like if I get a troll and they're being disrespectful, then I'll fuck them up. I won't put up with that for a minute. Or if any kind of disrespect is just not necessary, because I respect everyone, and as long as they're treating me with respect, I will treat you with respect. But if you fuck with me, then that's it. Off with the head. Yeah. I don't feel like my camera's right. But yeah. That's the only time I get upset with people, is when they're disrespectful. I don't like that. I don't tolerate that well. And Hecate doesn't like it either. You're so very welcome. I love it. I love this path, and if I don't know, I just think if this is not your cup of tea, and you don't like what I'm having to say or what I'm sharing, then change the channel. Don't watch my shit. If you don't like it, go away. Do you watch shows you don't like to watch? No, you change the channel. Same. You don't need to get on and be rude and disrespectful, and it's just not acceptable to me. And so I'm always respectful. And I don't judge people. Everybody has their own path and their own shit to go through, and I don't think that that it's my place to judge you. But every once in a while, I will get someone that I will have to turn away. And I don't like to do that. But if they cross a line, then they cross a line, and then that's it. And Hecate will just be like, no, you're not casting for that person. And I can only think of like maybe 2 or 3 times that's happened. And the people don't quit. They just like keep coming back. Please, you got to help me. You got to do this. You got to do it. I'm like, well, actually, I don't. And sorry, but I'm not a baby killer. I'm not going to curse an infant. I'm not going to break up a family because you have a crush. I'm not going to, if there's a legit reason, like, you've been having an affair, blah, 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 then I will. But, if someone smiled at you and you want to destroy their family because he smiled at you, no. go have someone else smile at you. You know. I don't know how I got on my soapbox there, but I do apologize. All right, I missed a couple things. Let's see. Yes, I don't turn the other cheek. Sorry. One thing I agree with the Black Bible: treat others how they treat you. And if you're waiting for your love spell, it is alright to talk to the other person or go like a fun thing, if you know what I mean, to get your mind off the spell. Absolutely. Why people are so ungrateful rather than being in gratitude for your help. They act like that. I don't know, but it's a real problem for some people. Well, I don't want to be like stereotyping anyone or anything like that, but I noticed that sometimes I think it's like a language barrier, you know, like sometimes I think like maybe they're not meaning it to come out as harsh as it does because they speak a different language than I do, and they're in a different country, and so their things that they go through are different, things they believe are different, and stuff like that. And so I try so hard to be understanding of that and not be judgmental, but sometimes I have to be absolute like, no, you know, sorry. But I still feel like this is not right. Is that better? I feel like my chin was down there. I hear you. I do experience the same language barrier too. Yeah. But you know, I do have a lot of clients that are from other countries and things like that, and I love them, and I'm learning to understand their beliefs and how it works there and things like that. I just need them to explain that to me, and then it helps me when I'm casting to understand that, you know, to know like where they're coming from. Because like in America, you know, in the United States where I live, you know, we don't have to deal with the same type of bullshit that other people have to deal with in other countries. And it's just different here. And so I'm like, well, okay, so you did that. So, you know, so what? You know, move on. But they can't because where they're at, you know, they're promised to said person or this or that. And so, you know, it's a whole thing. But just depending on what the spell is and stuff. But anyways, so I try really hard to know that. Like, if that's the case, then I need my client to tell me. Hello, get motivated. How are you today? So do you guys see my buffalo up there? Look how cute he is. Watch, wait. Isn't he so beautiful? Tired as fuck. Me too. We went shopping tonight. And hello. But yeah, we went shopping tonight and it was nice. There was hardly anybody there. And so I was pretty happy about that. I don't like shopping when there's a bunch of people. I can't do it. I don't handle that well. It's too much energy for me, and I'm just like, ugh. Favors. I wish there was hardly anybody. 49. I know. I live in a really small town, so, well, and we went at like 11 o'clock at night or something, so. Savers. Oh, he said savers, not favors. I got a gift for my crush. Is there a way I can... Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Grey Witch. You are funny. He sent me a picture of me on TV because he knows that I don't like to be on TV. I'm like, no, don't put me on TV. Well, yeah, I would totally enchant anything you give him. What? Talking about my coat. What about my coat? Do you like my hat? But anyway, so what are your guys' great plans for the holidays? For Krampus Day. Woohoo! Did you guys see my Krampus hat on my table last night? That was on my tree. On the top of my tree in the house, and I took it off because the little guy was coming over today and I didn't want him to get scared. And it's pretty scary. Even though he thinks he's 21 and he's 6. I didn't want him to like be like, my grandma's got a demon on her tree. And it was so scary. So, taking my daughter to London for New Year's for the fireworks. Oh, that's so nice. That'll be so fun. Good night, Tallulah. Sweet dreams. I'm going to be setting up right here. I have a really tall counter table thing. It's like a bar that'll be sitting up right here. And then I'll be setting up like a new thing right here for my book club thingy that I'm doing. Terror for my secret book club for the Queen of Hell. This double hat thing is really tight on my head. But so I'm pretty excited about that because I've been really wanting to do it. I'm opening gifts with my fiance, trying out some new stuff from our dispensary. Ooh. Book club A. Don't laugh out loud just because you don't get to be in it, Grey Witch. It's going to be awesome. It's on the Queen of Hell. You shouldn't laugh at her book club. It's all for Hecate. And she's happy about it. She's smiling. She's got a big smile about it. It's making her very happy. And that is what it's all about. So what kind of a dispensary do you work at? Like pot? I don't smoke pot. I can't. I don't like it. My goodness. Yeah, but I don't work there. It's just our favorite dispensary we go to. Oh. Yeah, I just, yeah. I'm already crazy enough. Could you imagine? You would like to meet Hecate? Yeah. Who wouldn't? Seriously. Well, you just, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that, but it helps me connect better to Hecate when I really need to. Have you blue? Oh, yes. Well, she, um, I know, right? She possesses me like I trance with her, and so I don't want to say it's not possession like how people think, um, but like she's always like with me, and so um, but yes, she has come to me many times. She comes to me all all the time, so I don't know, like, what do you mean? But yeah, I know her. I cast with her in the other realms. In her realm, I don't know where I'm at exactly, but like I'll be in the shop with her, like in a witchy shop like this, but only it's all has a bunch of cupboards, and it has, casting tables, and she's always got stuff, going in there, and then I'll go in there and she'll show me how to do things and stuff like that. And then when I was sick last week or the week before that, or whenever I was sick, she was there watching over me. I could see her like around my bed, checking on me and stuff. She keeps a watchful eye on me. Has she ever did that to any of your clients? Did what? Only if they're kin. That means by her having by your side, yes. It helps you tap into people's energy accurately. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, well, okay, I don't know. Have you seen my picture with all my energies around me? Well, that big arrow thing that shows up on my head, she puts energy in that, and it comes into me, and that kind of helps. It helps everything. And when I'm casting, she's putting energy into that, and then I'm putting it into the spell. And that's kind of how that works. And then, sorry, did you? Sorry, somebody just walked right here. I saw them walk right there. Anyways, and then sometimes I'll catch her watching me in the mirrors, and things like that. Does she appear to my clients? Only if they're kin. Like if they're witches too and they're a child of Hecate, then she will, I don't know if she'll like appear to them, but she'll do things to let them know that she's around and she's handling it, and it's, being taken care of, things like that. But yeah, and sometimes when I cast for people, it'll trigger an awakening. Has she ever talked to you about your clients? Yes. Have a message for them. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes she will, she'll just tell me like, oh yeah, you got to do it this way or this way. Or she'll tell me like if I'm doing like a comeback love spell and the guy is like a player, or he's seen like 3 other people, or blah blah blah, she'll like tell me, you know, oh yeah, he likes to hang out with the guys, or you know, he's always at the bar, or you're gonna have to do behavior replacement, or you know, or she'll tell me while I'm enchanting the spell, she'll tell me what to say while I'm doing that sometimes too. What did you say, darling? Yeah, she's always around and stuff. I just have certain blockages during meditation and stuff like that I need to deal with. And it helps to get rid of those blockages, help me connect that way. That's good then. Yeah, but I don't tell them Hecate said this or Hecate said that. Sometimes I do, but and when I do tarot readings, Lucifer likes to do those with me now. And so he does those. I don't do a lot of divination work. Whew. Now we talked about Lucifer. Now you know what's going to happen, you guys. Thank you. Just a second. I just got a big bubble of energy. But, we love you, Lucifer. But he likes to do divination stuff with me. He's very playful. And he'll always give me, whenever he's doing it, he'll always get the devil card. It's hilarious. But he'll put it in the appropriate, you know, place, like next to the right one where it's you know, accurate and appropriate. Oh, hi. What about it? Sigil necklace as a pendulum. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys can use whatever you want for a pendulum. Yeah. You could, like, you know, use a necklace. You could use a crystal on a necklace. You could use a medallion. You could use whatever you want. Do you still make those necklaces? I can. I just am not good at selling stuff, you guys. If a breakup spell is stuck in non-movement, should I recast the same way or multiple? It depends on how long it's been. Yes. Did you hear what he said? He said multiple gods. I like that. He said the union, agricultural, multiple gods. It's been 3 months, a long time for a breakup. So yeah, you should do like a booster or an unblocking. Well, I would say do an unblocking. Usually if you do a breakup and then they break up, then you have your get back together, and then you guys have a fight or something, and then they go back to the other person, I would say probably have to do a breakup again. I mean, recasting. Like, it's dreamy because it's already gone full circle. It went full circle. So I would say, you know, you fucked up your energy or somehow. You somehow fucked up your energy. I don't know if, you know, whatever happened, if something happened or whatever. Usually there's a big fight or something and it breaks off the energy and then it'll go full circle. And then you got to start all over again. It's like shit because, you know, you broke the energy. And so I would say, depending on the situation, if you just had a breakup, sometimes breakup take a long time, just depending on like if there's a child involved, if they're married, if they're together with that person and they have a home together, if they're under any kind of binding contracts together, like if they bought a house together or a car together or things like that that have to be broken for the breakup to go through. It can take a little longer. It just depends. Yeah. And so sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it's really fast. You know, I don't know. Everybody's situation is completely different than the next. And so, like, I have one client who just now got her breakthrough. We did a love spell for her 6 months ago, and he was seeing someone else, and she didn't know it. So we just did the love spell and not the breakup spell because she wasn't aware that there was a breakup spell or that he was seeing someone else. And so it finally came through, and she's like, holy crap, it took 6 freaking months. And then she said, but that's because he was seeing someone else and she wasn't aware of it. And so because of that, it took a long time. So sometimes there's little things in there that you don't know about that can cause the spell to take longer. Yeah. So like I said, it just depends on the situation. But if you are seeing some movement, a little bit of movement, if they message you just to say hi or whatever like that, that's movement. And then you want to, you want to build on that. So when that happens, you want to do a booster, if it's been a while and then all of a sudden, they message you, do a booster. Even if you text them or something just to say hi, and then they text you back, how have you been? That's movement. When you mention breakup, do we need to mention specifics? What breakup is needed? Kind of, but I don't need like a whole play-by-play thing. Just a basic description, very brief description. I have one client that sent me like 12 pages of how they met when they were 7 and all through the years, their relationship. And I was like, holy shit, no, I don't have time for that. So, you just a brief description is all I need. Like I said, I'm not judging you. It's not that I don't care, but I just don't have time to I don't need to be all involved in your business. Your relationship is yours. I'm just here to cast for you. So just tell me, the connection, what you need, and if something happened, what happened, and then I'll, enchant around that. If there's certain things that, if we're doing a breakup and there's certain things he hates, that other person does, or they're whatever, little triggers, give me those, and then I'll turn him into a big problem for their relationship, where he can't stand it and he won't want anything to do with her anymore, or vice versa. Stuff like that. Does that work on narcissist people too? No, narcissistic people are completely different way of casting. For narcissistic people, you want to make them, when they see you, you want to make them see themselves. Because they only care about themselves. They only love themselves. When they see someone, they're like, what could they do for me? Do they make me look, this kind of thing. You just have to, and so I tweaked a spell, and it was effective to a certain point. But then the person that I was casting for was not only putting a love spell on that person, but on a couple of other people as well. And so, yeah, I don't know. So she just wanted a bunch of boyfriends. I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. So, like I said, I don't judge. I'm just here to cast for you. That's all. I know. I'm like, okay, sure. Let's have 5 boyfriends. Let's do it. Challenges. I just want the experience. I know. It's bad, but whatever. She's young, not married. Why not? Make them all love her and want her and need her and follow her around like little puppy dogs. Orange. Yeah. Orange is... Oh. Yes. Hi, Blue Witch. I add you on Facebook. Nice. For the private group. Do you have the book, sweetheart? You have to have the book, The Queen of Hell. If you don't have the book, she does. Yes, you have. Oh, well, all right. Friend request my personal page, and then like put a little note in there for me saying that for Queen of Hell, and then I'll add you to the group. Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll have a good time, and I have some. I shouldn't. I'm not going to say anything because I don't know, but I'm going to try. I have something up my sleeve for that group, but I'm not going to mention it or promise it because I don't know yet. You don't have that? Well, primalcraft.com. Get it. It's an awesome book. By Mark Allen Smith. Just received as well the Ultra Sacrifice. Ooh, me too. I've had them all. I have all of them, but and I have 2 of the. One is my temple workbook. I have 2 temple workbooks that are the books, but they're different. They're special just for me. And but I won't put them on YouTube. They'll only be for the group. Like I'll only use them for the group, because they're special. I know. I'm so blessed, you guys. It's embarrassing. Like I'm embarrassed how blessed I am on this path. Like, someone found out I was I buried in the cemetery. That can affect the effectiveness of my work. Someone irrelevant found a working. Oh, I buried in the cemetery. Can that affect the effects of my work? Yes, it can. It depends on what they did with it and stuff like that. Is there any book you recommend for a rookie? I'm working on that still. I'm probably going to be able to get next paycheck, which I'm happy about, especially since I picked extra hours this week. Sweet. Do it. If someone finds your spells, I would definitely, if there's no way you can like get it, yeah, it can affect it, especially if they just throw it away, then it should be okay. I don't know, man. It's tricky when that happens. You got to be careful. It can get on them. It can, it just depends on a lot of things, like what kind of spell was it, things like that. It just depends, really, truthfully. But they can, open it up and put salt all over it and herbs or whatever and, undo it. I know there are people that find witches' burials and, Christian people, and they'll take herbs and stuff and they'll find their burials and then they'll dig them up and then they'll put the herbs on them and stuff. There's witch hunters that do that in certain places. They just unburied it and left it behind on the same place. I would go get it if I were you. If you can, just go get it. And that's why I don't like to bury things at the graveyard. Well, for one thing, I don't like it. I'll bury outside the graveyard, like in the field around the graveyard. But I don't like to do that. I don't really like to put things in the river either, but I still do it occasionally. I like to go way up in the mountains where nobody goes and bury things there. But if you're going to bury things, okay, so I'm learning this. Okay, you guys, I learn as I grow, and as I go through things in life, I learn too, just like everyone else. I find the best way to bury things is like when I do love spells now. I put them in apples. It's very, very effective. And you bury them, and then, the earth takes them and processes them, and they're released to the earth. And it's a beautiful thing. I use the flowers from the altars. I bury them with the flowers. I, make it a beautiful thing for those. And then sometimes I'll throw them in my stove and burn them. And that's okay too, because I'm still releasing that into the universe with air. You're still using the elements, the earth element or the air element. But when you're trapping it in a jar and burying it, that's a little different, And so I like to do it where I'm always going to be using the elements to keep the energy going. Like my prosperity spells. I like to put them in the jar. They're in the jar, but at the same time, there's no lid on it. So when I bury it, I'm burying it under the gold mine. There's gold mines all over, or silver mines, or whatever kind of mine I bury it at. And then, sorry. But anyways, so when I bury them there, they're still being worked with the elements, you know, the earth elements, and then, you know, all that minerals, and there's water streams on the one that I like to use. It just depends. So try to think outside the box. Curses, you know, there's a great place to bury curses that I can think of, and that is take them to the dump, because they're garbage. You know, you're burying them with garbage. They're garbage people. Throw them in the garbage. Or if it's just a breakup curse and you want it to be released, burn it. I put those in my stove and burn them. They're in a lemon. They're bound in there, and or they're on chicken feet. I burn those too. I'll work them for a week, and then when I'm done, I put them on the shovel thing, on the metal shovel thing, and I put them in there and just let them, just the coals just engulf them, and then it goes up and out into the universe. And the death jar ones. The death jar one is a different story. That needs to be burned still. But we're having a hard time because it's so cold here that we can't get a hole deep enough to burn them. And so they're just like sitting in a freezer bag in the jar, in the big giant jar thing. So we've been talking about getting like a big burn barrel and sticking the whole thing in there and just burning the whole freaking thing and just letting it burn in the burn barrel, because it needs to be burned too. But it's fine. It's not affecting the spells, them being in that giant, you know, jar of disgustingness, because that's where I want them to be anyways. But it's full. It needs to be processed, and so. But yeah, just be careful where you bury your shit. You know. Let's see, what did I miss? Our love spells and curses are forever, or need to be recast every 3 to 4 months to keep them strong. Or if we're seeking help, a practitioner, then seek their counsel. I know that a lot of practitioners will do consultations and you'll pay them for that. I don't do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. A lot of people want that and need that service, and I don't like to do that. I expect that my clients are adults and that they know what they want and they need, and they just tell me what it is and I just do it. And but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with doing consultations and planning everything out and all of that stuff. That's all awesome stuff, but I just don't. That's just not my thing. I mean, my gosh, could you imagine if I had to like do consultations, like in-depth consultations with every single one, and then try to decide if they were good candidates or not? No, I don't want to spend my energy doing that. I would rather use my energy to cast. To cast a spell for them. As far as in 3 or 4 months, if you want it to be recast, that's up to you. The spells are forever, but you could fuck them up. You could break them. You can, you know, like for example, I have one client who I have done numerous spells for, and she's an awesome person, and I love her, and I think I've been casting for her now for almost 2 years, I think. But I've done, she liked this man, and they had a really good connection, but he was like a player, and he was seeing like 4 chicks. And so I had to do break up, break up, break up, break up. We did all of those, got rid of all those girls, and then do a comeback love for her and him. And then they were on a lover's getaway vacation, and she got drunk and she tried to beat him up, like fight him like a dude. And so he freaked out and took off and didn't want to be with her anymore. And so you know, so she fucked up and she broke all that work that we did. And now he's dating someone else. And so now we're starting over. So now we're going to get rid of the new chick and put him back. And that's already done. We already got rid of her. And now he's back to calling her again. And, you know, now she had to be like, I should not have done that. And, you know, I fucked up and sorry, I was drunk, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So it just depends. I hope I answered your questions. I always go off on, I don't know. Yeah, they're forever. Even if, okay, like if you do a love spell, give me a second. I'll get right with you in just a second for honey jar and love stuff. If you do a binding love spell for someone and then they break up for whatever reason, something happens, you guys got in a fight and you changed your mind, or, you know, it doesn't matter how much they love you and want to be with you, they can't be with you because something happened. I don't know. There's always, you never know. They're still going to be connected to you for all eternity. They're always going to have a piece of you with them. They're always going to have you in their mind. When they're with some other chick, they're going to be thinking of you. When they see something, it's going to remind them of you. So though they might not be with you for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. They're still going to be thinking of you, wanting you, and forever. I think I've seen you use alcohol. Yeah, I like to do drunken love sometimes in a sweet jar or honey jar. Yep. For love, I was thinking about using wine since the person is very fond of carbonate. If it would help give it a boost. It absolutely will. You should totally do that. It's awesome. I like to use like peach schnapps or stuff like that in my love potion. Oh, and if you use, I also put wine. I give Hecate, Lucifer, and Belial like whiskey and wine and things like that in their chalices on their altars. And after a few days or a couple days, you know, you don't want to just throw that out. That's blessed, you know, alcohol. So I'll put that in my love stuff. I will also use that for servitor food. So think about that. Instead of throwing that stuff out, you want to use that in your spells. Pour it back in the bottle. If you don't have anything prepared to put it in, to add it to, then just put it back in the bottle and set it aside. It's very smart. Okay, next. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I like to drink wine. I have a new drink that I like. Hi. Oh, cool. I have the Hecate picture. I have been making like hot tea. When I got sick, I made hot tea. And my boyfriend told me to put some brandy in it, and I did, and now I love that. And I just put a little bit of regular brandy in my hot tea. It's so good. I haven't thought to do that. The more you know. Oh, yeah. It's smart. Use that stuff. Use your flowers. Don't throw them away. You know, use them to bury your spells with. Crush them up. Put them in their herbs. There's so many different things you could do. What happens if you drink your spell wine? I don't. I wouldn't ever do that. No, thank you. I'm good. Thank you. It's two hats. I don't know if you were on, but this is my Sunday Fun Day hat. Usually on Sundays, I don't know why, but it seems like I've been having to like do attitude adjustments or something. And so usually when I have to bitch everybody out, I'll put the Sunday Fun Day hat on because I'm being a smart ass. But my boyfriend told me I had to put it on because it's Sunday, and then I wanted to wear this one, so they're both on. After how long do we need to boost spell work, especially breakup boost or love spell for every 3 or 4 months, or is it not required? It's up to you. Okay, so here's the deal with the boosters. Okay, the boosters are when you cast and then you're starting to see movement, but it's not going as fast as you want it to go, but you're seeing movement, but it's just like he'll come really close and then he'll run away a little bit, or you know, he'll start, but he won't like go all the way. He'll just like only go so close, you know, and you want to like give him a little push. That's what the boosters are for. As far as the unblocking, that is for like, you know, like if there's a blockage, something's keeping it from going all the way through, or, you know, stuff like that. Then you want to do the unblocking. I like to do them because, oh, I went over there to read. Yeah, I do. I like to do them because I like to see the reading. A lot of times it'll explain a lot of like why, like a couple weeks ago, we had all kinds of shit hitting the fan on the boosters, and I was like, well, no wonder, you know, your shit shattered. And this guy, cool. I like that. I like it a lot. And how is your day? I am fantastic. Could you help me? I have had a connection with an entity for about 4 years, but no dreams. That's not fun. An entity for about 4 years, but I've never got to know him very well, so I don't know if he's a low working. I know he looked like a shadow. Oh, my shadow man. Hang on one second. Abacus. My shadow men are my familiars that were sent here by Belial to do things for me, and I send them on errands and stuff. So if they're not harming you and they're just there for you and around you, they're just probably there to watch you and protect you and you know, help you, guide you and stuff, like, or if things, I don't know. My dude's really tall. He's like 9 feet tall, and I put his ass to work. But you could ask him his name and ask for a sigil, because they all have a name and a sigil if they're demons, if they're, you know, if they're from Belial or Lucifer or, you know, whoever you work with. A lot of times when you go through an initiation with them, they'll assign you a familiar. And sometimes they just do it because they love you and they want to make sure you're okay. But yeah, what did you say, doll? What's that noise? Oh, it's my ghost box. Is that your parrot or a ghost box? It's my ghost box. I devastated my Facebook account. Sadly, oh, you deactivated. Sorry, I'm my glass. Having some issues. Oh, that sucks. I am so sorry to hear that. But anyways, so that's what my shadow people are. When you'll see them around me and stuff in my shop, like when I'm doing things, you'll notice them, but that's all they are. They're not. I know that a lot of people are scared of them and they say they're lower level vibrations and they're going to hurt you. If they've hurt you, then do the banishing ritual and get rid of their asses. You don't have to tolerate that. If you're a witch, you know, do you got to beat someone up for you? I hate online bullying and stuff like that. Oh, you know, I just think that it would be beneficial to hire a spiritual worker who works with spirits to do it. Yeah, well, without. I still want the husband back, but he sent me divorce papers instead. Oh, that sucks. Those long distance relationships are really hard to get around, aren't they? Good night, everyone. Good night, Blue. Say hello to Hecate, and thank you for all the info, knowledge you share. You are a true blessing. Oh, good night, sweetheart. Sweet dreams. Hi. You guys are so cute. I really do enjoy doing these live chats with you guys and getting to know all of you and share with you as much as I can. And I by no means like know everything, you guys. If I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know. But it working if you want it to work. Bye. Take care. We appreciate you as well. Well, I appreciate all of you. Long distance is really hard with no communication, too hard. So I love learning more about Hecate Plus, even though I don't really work with the other two. They are interesting to learn about. You're just awesome. You're so sweet. Get motivated. Dana seems having a connection with certain spirits. Would help me. Adequate. All right, you guys, it's been an hour and 10, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I will see you guys later, and I wish you all the blessings in the world, and I love you all, and, you know, enjoy your family time and all the good stuff that's coming your way, and yeah, happy holidays. Thank you. That's the words I was looking for. Happy Merry Krampus. Merry Krampus Day. Yeah, Merry Grinchmas. Bye, you guys. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Peace out.